first, a little history. Norman Hall, who is a famous TV director and stage director, known for his work on the NBC show, The Doctors. He's done other stuff, including directing the ABC soap opera, One Life to Live, which earned him a 1983 Emmy Award for Outstanding Directing. In 1994, Norman joined the PATV board, and in 1996, he established the Playwrights Project to find talented writers and their plays whose work could be televised and produced by PATV. Since its inception, the Playwrights Project has produced 28 one-act plays and even a behind-the-scenes documentary. As you can see by the performances pictured on this hall, Norman's Hall, famous faces have come and graced us in these performances, like Erica Slezak from ABC's One Life to Live. After his passing in 2016, PATV decided to rename the Playwrights Project in Norman Hall's memory. It is now known as the Norman Hall Memorial Playwrights Festival, and they also dedicated their broadcast control room in his memory in 2017. Submissions are now open until May 15th. To find more information, please go to the website on your screen, and remember that you just have to be a Long Island resident to enter. Welcome to the Norman Hall Memorial Playwrights Project. Today, we showcase our winning play, Echoes of a Lost Son. And stick around afterwards as we speak to the winning playwright, Chima Chikazunga.
Keep it moving, lady.
I'm looking for someone.
Sorry, not here.
Wait, why not?
They're just rules. I don't make them, I just follow them. I'm sorry, you can't wait here.
But I can't stop looking now. It's almost Christmas.
I know. We have a few brothers in blue we still haven't found yet. It's not easy.
I have to find my son.
I understand, but you can't stay here. Please, I'm asking politely.
I have to find my son.
I'm not doing this right now.
Look. No. Do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids, but...
Then how would you understand?
Come on, lady, give me a break. I'm just doing my job.
Look, well, I have a job too. All due respect.
All due respect? I can't let you go down there. If it were up to me, I'd let you. But not my call. Rules?
Fuck your rules. I at least have to try.
Please, miss. I'm not trying.
You're not trying.
I am. You're not the only one who's looking for someone, okay?
Okay, well, you have to arrest me because I'm going down there.
You sound educated. You don't want to go down that route.
Wouldn't you? I know what would happen. I'd pay a fine and I'd make bail the same night. I'm not a flight risk.
None of that matters. All I'm saying is you can't go down there. Why would you waste time sitting in jail over something as dumb as...
As dumb as what?
As dumb as whatever it is you think you're gonna do.
And I thought you said you understood.
I do! Look, if you go down there after I ask you not to, you'd be trespassing and I'd have to arrest you. Go home, lady. Tomorrow's another day. It's dark. It's not safe either.
Do I look like someone who cares?
Enough! He ain't down there, lady, and if he is, he's just another body underneath all the bundles of bones. No longer a person. No longer with us because of all this nonsense. Look, I'm sorry for what I said.
Like you care.
I lost my childhood best friend in those towers, lady. I'm going through it too. We've been friends since 5 years old. Even went to the same academy together. And now this?
Well then, I'm sorry. I just...
How the heck? The two planes crash into a building.
So many pictures. So many people. Gone.
You walk downtown again? I was there earlier too. Any luck?
Is there ever? It's been months now, Kia. I thought I saw him on my way here. But some cop wouldn't even let me get through. Freaking pigs.
I know. I feel the same way. I'm sorry. I know they're just trying to do their job, but I'm a freaking attorney, for crying out loud. I know the law. I want to find my husband.
Heartless a-holes. That cop looked at me like I was crazy and then said, "Move it along, lady. He ain't here. And if he is, he's no longer a person. Just another 1,000 body parts underneath the rubble."
I can't do this, Ruth. I need him home. It's almost Christmas.
I know. What's in the bag?
I don't know what to do with it. It was given to us. Rather, James, from my boss, from our firm, when we had our housewarming party. It's expensive.
What do you mean? How much?
Johnny Walker Blue is about $250, maybe more. I don't know how old it is.
And you're giving it to me? Why? I don't drink.
The more I keep it, the more I keep hearing him talk about when we'd open it.
When's that?
I'd rather not say, but you keep it.
I'm sorry I never got to know you when James was here. You're his wife, a good woman.
Thank you, but you really don't owe me.
Can I ask you something? I mean, I'm curious about it.
No, say it. Curious about what? What is it?
It's not important.
Tell me. What is it?
Well, I hope you don't mind me asking. But how could you? I mean, you don't drink. So what was the occasion you were saving the bottle for?
We were saving it for when we gave you your first grandchild.
Oh my gosh, Kia. Now I see.
But could we maybe just keep it here with you if you don't mind? Maybe we can open it one day when we find him. Or someday when we have something new to celebrate.
You don't have to do this, Kia.
I think that I do. We don't have to ever drink it, but I can't sleep knowing that it's still in my home and he's not.
Then I'll gladly drink to whichever comes first. Okay? Sorry. I'm not available to take your call. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a nice day.
Ruth, it's me. I'm not sure I can do this tomorrow. I haven't slept. I never sleep the night before. And I know that's no excuse, but I don't know.
Nothing is ever forgotten. It always comes back to us somehow.
I'm sorry?
The way you're looking at the painting. Everyone admires that painting like they've seen it before. It was my son's. He made it. You knew that about him, Jenny, right? I'm sorry. It's Jenny, right? Or do you prefer Jennifer or Jen?
Jenny is fine, whichever you prefer. I'm not picky. But this, I can see why he's into art. This is amazing. But look, I'm sure there are other ways you'd rather be spending your Sunday afternoon, especially this one.
How exactly did you meet my son, Jenny? I mean, you really look young for your age. That's why I'm asking. Was that the night the both of you
Slept together? No. I was young, but I wasn't promiscuous. How we met isn't a most conventional story.
Look, Jenny, do you think I care if it's a happy story or not? Life is short. You get 2 guarantees, your first breath and your last.
Fair enough. Okay. It was the spring of that year, I guess. My fake ID said it was my 21st birthday, and I was out with my older cousins. They told me to say I had an internship in Midtown for a huge accounting firm and was subletting downtown. So, I definitely did not look my age. And we headed down to the financial district, and what did I know? But your son James and his friend were dressed up in business suits and seemed nice, wished me happy birthday, and bought me and my friends a round of shots. And then he did the weirdest and wildest thing. He gave me a lap dance and a kiss, but not a real kiss. He gave me one of his business cards, placed it over my mouth, and told me to hold it there, and then kiss the other side.
Yet, you knew he was married. You do realize my son was married. Like I said, nothing is ever forgotten. This whole thing doesn't sit well with me.
Me either. I just wasn't sure, because of where he worked, if he survived the whole 9/11 thing.
9/11 thing?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Listen, Jenny, it's been 10 years. Why are you here?
To be honest, I was afraid.
Afraid of what? Responsibility?
No, of him. What if he doesn't want us? What if he just becomes a check I receive once a month and is not into having a family?
He wasn't raised like that, Jenny.
Neither was I, but I wasn't sure I was ready to raise a child alone. I've been fine all this time. But unfortunately now, Jamie is sick and I'm not a matching donor.
A matching donor for Jamie? Oh, I'm lost.
I spoke to my doctors about paternal DNA testing, and it can be obtained from a number of sources: hair, blood, saliva, even a freaking cigarette butt.
I don't smoke.
That's not what I meant.
Then what do you mean?
The tests. We can go to any clinic and they can do blood work on you to see if you're a match. You are James's mother.
And?
Ruth. 2 years ago, my son was diagnosed with kidney disease, and it's a rare case. But that's why I'm here. My son. He's a good kid. He does commercials and print work in magazines. We do quite well.
Okay. So you're a stay-at-home single mom living off your child's income?
No, not at all. I'm a children's book author. He just happened to luck out in the world of commercials. He goes to school, plays sports, gets straight A's.
You're self-taught or something?
Yes and no. I double majored in creative writing and elementary education at Columbia. But, Susan, Jamie and I are fine.
Susan?
Yeah. My partner. My spouse. Is that a problem? I have no reason to lie to you. But I also have this.
And this is?
Why I waited so long. It's a check from your son for $250 when I told him I was pregnant.
My son wouldn't do that.
I'm not here to lie, but I have no doubt in my heart what those test results will reveal. Look, I can show you a picture of Jamie if you want to see.
Mom, the chain lock is on. I can't get in. Are you ready? Mom?
Is this a bad time?
No, you're fine. Just a minute. I wasn't expecting you so soon. You might have to go without me. I'm just not sure I'm up for it.
Mom, don't say that. We planned this afternoon months ago. Oh, you have company. This early? It's barely 11. I'm sorry, I'm Kia.
Oh my. Jenny, this is Kia. She's my daughter-in-law.
It's nice to meet you, Jenny.
If this is a bad time, I can come back if you want. I don't mind.
No, you're fine. You see, Jenny, Kia and I had planned to go to the 9/11 Memorial today, actually. But maybe you could go without me, Kia?
Mom, What's going on? Wait, do you need money? Jenny, how much does my mother owe?
She doesn't owe me anything. I'm here because of my son.
That's okay, Jenny. I can tell her. Kia,
Tell me what?
Jenny's here because her child is sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Can I make a donation?
That's kind of you to offer. But the reason why I'm here...
Is there a link or a website I can follow and contribute?
Kia, it's not that simple. Jenny's here because she claims to be the mother of James' child. I mean, Kia, all she wants me to do is come with her, get some blood tests done, and sign some papers so she could tell if her baby's a match for James. If he is the father, her child is ill. Look at me, Kia. Kia, I'm not really certain about all of this yet, but she does have a right to know who her child's father is.
I already know. Look, I'm not looking for any handouts. I'm here because I think my son James deserves to live.
James? You name your son James?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Jamie is short for James, like his father.
Like his what?
Kia.
I just want to be a good mother to my son. Is that too much to ask for?
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Something doesn't feel right. I'm sorry, ladies.
Look, don't apologize, Jenny. Sometimes silence is the best cure for pain.
Hello, Mom? Mom, you there? Pick up if you are. I don't know what's going on. It's chaotic out here, but they're telling us not to panic. I just want to hear your voice. I love you.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the play as much as I did. We're here with the winning playwright, Chima Chikazunga. Hi, Chima.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So how does it feel?
Oh my gosh, it feels great. Just watching the actors work and going through the text. Yeah.
It was just, I like
Yeah, it's kind of surreal to see my stuff on camera. You know, I'm usually seeing it just like in a theater as opposed to, a studio space, you know?
Right. How did it feel seeing it from, I guess, quote unquote, live in theater, but then to actually watch it as an actual episode of some sort?
I keep on going back to this word surreal, just because A, I'm still ecstatic that I won, and B, it's a new experience for me and my work.
So talking about your new experience, actually this playwrights competition was a new experience for you. So talk me through, how did it feel to participate and how did you hear about it?
I heard about this via your website, and I was working on this play, and I was like, this actually fits all criteria. So when I sent it off, with most submissions, it's kind of like being an actor. Once you audition, forget about it, go on to the next one, and then you either hear back from them or you don't. And a few months went by, and then I heard from you guys that I was a finalist. And I was like, wow, you know, I'm not used to that. And then with your selection process, that was pretty cool. Because
I'm sorry. And the selection process for our audience is that you get to the final, but then people have to vote.
Yes.
For the winning of I guess the most interesting of the three, right?
Yes. And so you just reach out, and I reached out to all my friends like, hey, this is the link. This is a little bit about the play. You can watch the reading of it, and they did. Ended up winning, which is, great.
How did you feel when you actually, so you saw it, so I know how you felt, you're still blown away. When it was interpreted, right, did you feel like your words came to life in a different way? Did you feel the actors delivered? Like, what did you see that maybe was something new to you that you're like, wow, like this was a new take that you enjoyed seeing?
Their reactions, because in theater, you see everybody's reactions at once, but with this, I got to see individual characters' reaction to whether it be how they're absorbing someone's delivery of a line or how someone else is receiving their delivery of a line. And it's very subtle. And I love that aspect of this particular medium.
Do you think you'll do more on this type of medium now that it's been done this way at North Shore Television?
I think so, you know, just because it fascinates me. And anytime something fascinates me, the creative juices start flowing and I kind of dive right in.
And talking about fascinating, you took on, I mean, there's a lot. I've watched it a few times. I actually was there during the taping. Cool. And you're bringing a lot into it. So you're bringing 9/11, you're bringing 3 women. I don't want to give all of it away if you're just tuning in, but let's talk about really the inspiration for this story. And just to also set the record, it's one act that we did, but it's a much larger piece. Is that right?
Yes. What you guys filmed was the opening sequence of a full-length play. Mm-hmm. So the inspiration behind it?
Yes.
I wanted to write, when I first started writing, you're told to write what you know, and then you're also told to, I guess, follow the conflict. And for me to put 3 people in the same room at the same time who should probably never be in the same room at the same time also fascinated me. And then when I started thinking about these characters, it really kind of set me on a different path. And as I started diving deep into their stories and their backstories, I had maybe like a handful of pages. And then I reached out to my grandmother and told her what I was working on. And I told her, and she said, and she's always been very supportive, and she said it was a great idea. You know, she'd like to read it. And then scheduling and whatnot happened, and I never got to show her those pages. And then I found out she'd passed.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And dealing with that, I knew she wanted me to finish it. So throughout the process of the grieving process, I finished those pages, and which is what you guys have. And then I expanded it into a full-length play.
Where were you? So again, it connects with September 11th. Where were you when September 11th happened?
I was actually in school, walking with a friend of mine, and she's from Miami. And she was like, hey, look, there goes your city. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not my city. There's something missing. And this is after both the towers went down. And I'm like, and she's telling me, she's like, that's New York. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's not New York. It's definitely not. And then still there's something missing. And it didn't resonate until like a couple seconds later. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then everybody's trying to call people, and you couldn't call people. And yeah.
And you brought that piece into the play.
Yeah. I wanted to focus on, because people talk about where they were in that moment a lot, but a lot of people don't really talk about what happened after and how people dealt with it and finding these loved ones, or, you know, how these people deal with either a loss of a loved one through that experience, or maybe not knowing where that person is and still holding on to that sense of hope.
And the women in the play, they're very strong women, and they hold on to a lot of hope. I don't want to give away too much. Was it intentional to have 3 women really draw this story, or was it just happened that way?
A little bit of both. Being that I was very close to my grandmother, and her belief in my art helped me write this piece. I wanted to focus on just 3 women and they're different connections to one man. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about fascination and what you do, is this something you do full time, right? Like, how many plays have you written?
I want to say it's close to short plays, 1 acts, I would say about a half a dozen. Full-length plays, a little bit more than a dozen, almost 2 dozen, so to speak, because when I first started, I started writing cycles. Mm-hmm. I wrote a 7-play cycle about a young man's journey from about 18 to 30, those years of a young man's life. And then I also have a cycle of plays that deal with connection to substance abuse. Mm. And then there's a few other plays that are just plays that I wanted to write that deal with other similar themes like substance abuse, race, sexual abuse. Yeah, almost a little bit over a dozen for the full-length plays.
And not only do you write, you also act as well.
I do.
How has acting influenced your ability to write plays?
It actually helped me flush out the dialogue. Being an actor, you also know other actors who want to do new work, and the more you develop your voice, though it's easier for you to, well, for me at least, it's easier for me to hear those words. So where I might write something with 2 people in a coffee shop, and there's some subtext underneath that I want to explore, having 2 of my friends who are actors just read for me, as opposed to, just have them read the piece and asking them what they got from it. If that subtext that I'm looking for is not there, they'll tell me, because they're my friends, and B, they're just more honest with it, because it is new, And it could be just either adding a line or taking a line away, but in my head, it's clear, but I just want to make sure it's clear on the page. So, yeah, acting has helped me a lot with the dialogue, and has also helped me wear multiple hats as I'm able to, meet new writers who are working on new work, who like my work, both as an actor and a writer. And it's also helped me get into directing as well. I've directed a few of my plays in festivals in the city, so that's also fun, because I get to work with my friends,
So what's on the horizon? You've taken us by storm with this powerful piece.
Thank you.
So what's next? Is it acting? What would, if we had to see you 10 years, 5 years from now, what would we see? Or what do you want?
Well, I'd hope to get this, a lot of the plays that I've talked about, without giving their titles away, I'd hope to get them produced in the city, New York City, with a few of the companies that have taken an interest in my work so far. So whether it's a 5-year thing or a 10-year thing, I'd like to see, especially this play, Echoes of a Lost Son, a full-length play produced in an off-Broadway house, and see where it can go. Because a lot of actors actually have taken a liking to the characters. It's just 3 women, but there's a lot there, and a lot of people have resonated with what they're going through. So that's the first thing on the horizon. I mean, the next few months, I'm actually directing one of my full-length plays, and I'm also working on a short play.
And if anyone wants to follow your work, how can they get in contact with you?
It's very easy to find me. Email's fine. It's info.4chance@gmail.com.
Okay, and that's going to be on the screen?
Cool. Should I spell it out?
Nope, it's on the screen.
Awesome, great. You can find me on social media. You can use Facebook if you like.
How do they search your name, or is it?
It's Chima Clark on
Okay.
on Facebook. That's easy. Instagram, Chima _Clark, same thing. But, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and
My
congratulations
pleasure.
again.
Thank you so much.
I think there's some great stuff on the horizon,
Cool.
and hopefully I'll see you on Broadway.
That's the plan. Cheers.
Thank you for watching, and if you are interested in participating in the Norman Hall Memorial Playwrights project, visit us at nstv.org. That should be up on the screen, and who knows, you can be sitting here just like Chima is right now. Thanks for watching. I'm Karleen Leveille. Bye.